My 17th birthday gift was eviction. You're out, 17 years of disappointment is enough. My parents threw my bags on the street. Get out, we're done wasting money on a pathetic loser. Mom added, you're nothing but a burden, a complete waste of our lives. I said, it's raining, where will I sleep? Dad laughed. Under a bridge for all we care, maybe you'll finally learn what real life is. Then he said, even Warren Buffett knows when to stop throwing good money after bad. You're a lost cause. Mom added, don't ever contact us. You're nothing to this family. 4 days later, I saw my brother's Instagram story. Thanks for the new apartment, parents. I never went back. 6 years later, I made one decision. Now they're on their knees outside my house, homeless and camping outside my building with signs. Get out of my house, Silas. The slam of my father's palm against the dining table made the half-empty glasses jump. My mother's hands trembled around her wine stem, her lipstick smeared like she'd been chewing on anger all night. You've drained us for years, Dad spat. And now you're coming back here? Asking for help again? The room was thick with the smell of whiskey and rain-soaked coats. My brother Camden leaned back with a smirk, twirling his phone. I didn't say a word. Silence was my weapon and they hated it. Then Camden snapped, his voice sharp enough to slice through the storm outside. Why don't you tell them the truth, Silas? Tell them what you really did 6 years ago. The room froze. My name is Silas Redden. 24. 6 years of silence behind me. I wasn't the loud son, or the golden one, or the loved one. I was the shadow they tripped over, the body they blamed when the house cracked. I've learned one thing since that night they tossed me into the rain with my bags. Silence builds pressure, and when it breaks, it doesn't whisper. It roars. And the truth Camden just dangled. I've been holding it longer than he knows. My father, Grant Redden, 50, a man whose voice filled every corner even when his logic didn't. His laugh was cruelest when it was aimed at me. My mother, Lydia, 48, always crying, always the victim, even when she swung the knife first. My brother, Camden, 21, their son, their heir, their pride, spoiled so rotten you could smell it. And me, the ghost at their table, the one they never thought would come back. But as Camden smirked, his words echoing in the silence, I saw it in Lydia's eyes. She knew something. You want to sit here and pretend? Camden sneered, leaning forward. He's not the victim. He stole from this family. He always has. I let the accusation hang. My father's jaw tightened, his hand curling into a fist. I gave you a roof, Grant barked, and you spat in my face. But I saw his slip. The way his eyes flickered toward Lydia, the twitch in his temple when I stayed quiet. This wasn't about me. Not really. This was about money. About something buried deep. And Lydia, with her shaking hands, whispered so low I almost missed it. Don't drag it up now. What don't you want dragged up, Mom? I asked, my voice steady. The room turned. Grant barked, don't you start your games, boy. Camden laughed bitterly. This isn't about me. It's about you. Always was. But the cracks were there. I could see them bleeding. You think this is about money? I leaned forward, my calmness chilling them. No. This is about what you all did to me. The silence was louder than the storm outside. 17. My birthday cake still half cut on the counter. Rain pelting the windows. Grant's voice heavy with whiskey. 17 years of disappointment is enough. You're out. Lydia's cold words. You're nothing but a burden. Camden grinning as my duffel bags hit the wet pavement. Where will I sleep? I'd asked, my voice breaking. Grant laughed, cruel and clean. Under a bridge, maybe you'll finally learn real life. I'll never forget the way Lydia's eyes didn't even flicker as the door slammed. But what burned deeper was 4 days later, Camden's Instagram story. Thanks for the new apartment, parents. They didn't just throw me out. They replaced me. Back at the table, my voice broke the tension. I never stole from you. But someone did. Grant's face went red. Lydia's hand flew to her mouth. Camden scoffed. Oh, please. I slid the folder onto the table. papers I'd carried for 6 years. Bank transfers, signatures, proof. It wasn't me draining you, I said softly. It was Camden. And you knew, Mom, didn't you? Lydia's cry split the air. Grant's glass shattered in his hand. Camden went pale. The golden sun wasn't golden. He was the thief. And I'd known it all along. The room cracked open. Shouts. Denials. Lydia sobbing. Grant cursing. Camden tried to stand tall, but his hands shook. They gave it to me. They wanted to help me. They bled themselves dry for you, I said, voice even, and blamed me for it. Grant's roar silenced when I stood. I gave you all my silence. Tonight, I give you the truth. And for the first time, Lydia whispered not at me, but for me. He's right. I walked toward the door, their voices fading like static. Lydia caught my sleeve, tears running. Silas, wait, please. I didn't stop him. I should have. I looked at her. Years of pain boiling, then cooling into something else. They'll never see me the same again, I whispered. And I don't need them to. As I stepped into the rain, I knew. The chains were broken. But revenge? It wasn't finished. Healing had only begun. 6 years after they left me in the rain, they stood in front of my building. Homeless, cardboard signs begging for help. Grant's pride was gone. Lydia's mascara streaked like melted shadows. Camden wasn't smiling anymore. And me? I looked at them from my window, breathing steady for the first time in years. For the first time, I said to the empty room, I don't carry their weight anymore. The storm had passed, the scars remained, but peace? It was mine. If you were in my place, would you forgive them, or would you walk away forever? Tell me in the comments. Your voice matters here. Subscribe for more stories of pain, survival, and redemption. Like if you felt Silas's strength. Share your thoughts. Your story might heal someone else.